on the last episode of Hammer. 20 seconds ago, Lacazette gets it inside, and that's got to be an own goal. They can't give it to Christian Eriksen. Sam Byram was trying to tackle the ball off of Christian Eriksen, and it goes into the back of the net. It's 3-0 Spurs. Another London derby lost, but this time it was our main rivals. The supporters were out in full throat. Well, it's very apparent that we weren't going to win this, but that just adds insult to injury, as there it is, full-time. Spurs 3, Hammers 0, and we're out of the FA Cup. I didn't know what to say. I don't know what to say, but I had to say something. The board of directors came calling. I don't know what to... Hold on. They gave me a choice. Turn it around or face the sack. I promise that things will look better in a month's time. Give me until then. We look forward to you keeping your promise, but if you fail, we have no choice but to sack you. Okay, boys. I have a month, so I was given a month. Do I still have a job? Are West Ham in European contention? Find out today on Hammer. What's going on, guys? It's Gendo here, and welcome to episode 33 of If I Had a Hammer. And today, while we're sitting on the training page, that could really only mean one thing. We were very fortunate enough to keep our job at West Ham at least till the end of the season. Hopefully we don't do that bad against Leicester and get fired on the very last day. But let's go over the matches in the past month plus and show how we fared and to see where we sit in the standings. Our next two matches after the lousy Tottenham match were against Burnley and Bournemouth, and you figured we were supposed to get a result in both of them, which we did. We got a 1-0 victory here against Burnley. Only one, but a win is a win. 3 points is 3 points. Yol Powell getting the goal in the 14th minute. We had 56% possession. Everyone played above average. Can't fault them. It was a great day and a great pick-me-up after some dismal performances in the last few weeks. But then traveling to Bournemouth, we had to fight to get a 1-1 draw. Diego Roland getting the first goal for Bournemouth, and Lucas on our side in the 66th minute getting the goal for us. 53% possession, 12 shots, 4 of them on targets, whereas Bournemouth's only shot on target was their goal, of course. A rather average day, but at least we came away with the result. Can't fault them for that. It wasn't a loss. In perhaps one of the more surprising results in this stretch, we beat Manchester United 3-1 at home after going 1-0 down at halftime. Juan Mata being the only goal scorer for the Red Devils in the 31st minute. At halftime, I led a very spirited team talk saying, where's your passion? Why can't you do better? And they came out and played ferociously in the second half. As you can see, Van den Dries getting himself a brace and Marwan Fellaini getting a very rare goal in the 74th minute. We had almost 20 shots, 55% possession, and we didn't even have Jack Butland in net as he was recovering from an injury at the time. But other than that, everyone played above a 7 and played very awesome to secure this result and get the 3 points to help keep us above mid-table. Probably not as shocking as a result, but a good result nonetheless. We took on second place Liverpool and came away with a 1-1 draw. Gonzalo Higuain coming in for Liverpool in the 12th minute, and then Yol Powell for us in the 23rd. 54% possession. We did have fewer shots taken and fewer shots on target than Liverpool, but our defense held solid to prevent them from getting anything more than one goal. And really, that's why Lucas is man of the match. He played outstanding on the day, and once again securing our 4th straight result, definitely helping us stay right around that 8th place spot. Against West Brom, then, we came away with a 1-0 victory, another relegation tip side, and unfortunately, all the shots in the world, and we only still got one goal. Yol Powell in the 76th minute at that. I don't understand it. I thought we would have more goals past this side, but at the end of the day, 3 points is 3 points. As I've said before, great play from all over the pitch as we continue our run of 5 matches unbeaten. But then a very curious match as we traveled to relegation confirmed side Derby and only came away with a 3-3 draw. We went up 2-0 after 26 minutes, one from Paulo and one from Reece Burke, a very rare start from Reece Burke, but then Tom Ince answered in 2 straight minutes with 2 straight goals to knot the match up. Paulo getting a 3rd in the 58th, and I thought for sure we had the match won at that point, but then Tom Ince continued and finished up his hat trick in the 83rd minute, which knotted the match level at 3. We had 23 shots, 11 of them on target, almost 60% possession. This was a match that you figured we should have come away with a victory. We should have come away with all 3 points, but the defense fell at the last hurdle, and really, they need to learn to close down games. We also need to learn that maybe when we have scored 3 goals, we're not always going to win. Fact of the matter is, we should have won this match, and we dropped 2 points to a team that is already going down anyway. We pushed our unbeaten streak up to 7 as we beat Stoke by the score of 2-0. Van den Driesche and Paulo getting goals on the day. It was right before this match that I got word from the board saying that we had officially secured our place back as manager, that I was no longer on the chopping block, and that I had done well enough over the last month plus to warrant keeping of my job. And I'm very fortunate I was able to reward them with a win versus Stoke. 55% possession, 12 shots, 7 of them on target. Everyone played outstanding on the day as we, like I said, once again continue this strong push towards the end of the season. In the penultimate match, we came across a curious Southampton side and faced an odd loss as we were defeated by the score of 1-0. Christian Benteke being the only goal scorer on the day. We had 10 shots, only 4 of them on target, 57% possession. The team honestly was a little bit of a rotated side. I wanted to try and get some fitness from the players I haven't played throughout the season, and they really showed why they weren't played, like Benito Rahman, like Brendan Galloway. They just didn't have the best of days, and really I wanted to continue the unbeaten run towards the end of the season, but we fell right near the last hurdle, and we're sitting right now in 8th place because of it. It was very difficult to push up any spots because everybody above us was winning at a faster rate than we had. As you saw, we had win, draw, all the way up until that final loss versus Southampton, whereas everybody above us was winning twice, maybe 3 times as much as we had, and that's why we are still in 8th place. 56 points through 37 matches. We cannot go higher than 8th. However, if we lose to Leicester, we could see ourselves drop down to 10th. I want to prevent that. I want to stay up in 8th place and finish out the season on a high note. It looks like Manchester United have won the league, well, just about. They need to hold off Arsenal and Southampton, a curious Southampton side that is sitting up their top 3. Chelsea in 4th place. And as you can see, Cardiff, West Brom, and Aston Villa's Derby. I said that Derby were a confirmed relegated side. I guess not. It could still be relegated, but it all depends on how they do on the last day. Also interesting to note, we are only seeing 4 European placements. I guess England had lost a Champions League spot over the last year, so if I really wanted to get into Champions League spots, I needed to be top 3 this season, so that was way too tall of a task for me to even do. 8th place is probably worse than I would have liked. I would have, probably liked 5th or 6th, somewhere around there, just to get back into Europe. But it is what it is. Hopefully the board don't fire me after this season. But we have 1 match to play, and that is against Leicester. Let me show you the formation that I've been using over these last matches, and it really was a formation I've always wanted to try, but never really had the opportunity to use it. Even though it looks like my anchor formation, you'll probably figure it out as soon as you see it. Look familiar? Well, it should. If you watch Second Yellow Card, this is in fact his Wimbledon formation. And like I said, it does look a little like my anchor, just positions switched up and whatnot, and of course using a flat back 4. If you take a look at that, it's just basically moving the center attacking mid over, moving the striker over, and then the defensive mid and center mids over. So it's not that far-fetched from what I've been using, but this is one that I've always wanted to try out, seeing the success that Second Yellow Card had, and I wanted to see how it would work in my system. As you saw, over those last 8 matches, 4 wins, 3 draws, and a loss. Can't complain about that, but let's see how we do with this against Leicester, and this is what the starting lineup is going to be. Jack Butland in net, Chambers, Hoban, Lucas, and Cresswell along the back line. Julian Dessart will be the defensive mid, with Fellaini being the center mid. Our 3 attacking mids will be Zivkovic, Driussi, and Payet, and then Joel Poyampalo, the lone striker up front, playing not really in his best position in a deep lying forward, but we'll see how he gets along today. Now, cross fingers, hopefully we get the win and stay in 8th place. And then cross fingers even more, hopefully that we don't get fired for finishing in 8th place. So let's kick off and see what happens. 3 minutes in, and we are all over this Leicester side as the ball goes out to Payet on the wing. He's bringing it up, tries to get into Driussi, takes a shot, far post. It's 1-0 to West Ham, just 3 minutes in. The assist from Payet, it was a great cross picked out. Driussi had to turn around his man and shoot into the far post. There's some great passing to get to Payet, and then found Driussi, gets around actually 2 guys, didn't see that, as he slots it in far post. It's 1-0 to the Hammers. Keep it up, boys. Corner coming in for Leicester, getting it in, and it goes all the way across. Ravel, good take off the ball from Lucas, and clears the danger. Oh, back line. Oh, nobody's there. Powell is one-on-one with the keeper. He shoots it in. I can't believe that the entire back line on Leicester just did not do anything. They just stopped and let Powell go through. It's 2-0 after 5 minutes. And where were some of these performances all season? Leicester are a languishing mid-table side. Why couldn't we do something like this against, I don't know, against some of the relegation tip sides? We could possibly get it back. No, the ball's lumped over the top. Leicester on the attack now, but Bamford being mugged off by 2 guys. Berghuis cutting inside to Bamford, and Bamford get one back for Leicester. It's now 2-1. This is a pretty goal-festy match, 15 minutes in. 2-1. West Ham still have the lead, but that was some great passing out on the wing. Berghuis with a decent cross, not even far post, but Bamford rises the highest, and Butland really can't do anything about that. Not even 2 minutes later, and we have ourselves another attacking chance. Paulo back to Fellaini as he's tackled off the ball. Zivkovic on the wing gets it out to Chambers. Chambers into Fellaini. We're using that right wing to our advantage. Paulo saved by Reeder, and it's going to be a corner kick. Tried to lump it over the top. Cresswell is not playing on his right side. He should be back over to the left as he's running over to that side right now. Paulo out to Zivkovic on the wing, being rightfully marked by 2 guys. Zivkovic being one of the better players on our side. Back to Zivkovic, you can put in a decent cross, lays it back out to Driussi. How is that not a foul as he was tackled off the ball in the box? And the referee just swallows his whistle, and Powell taking a weak shot right there. 1 minute left, and then 1 minute of stoppage time. Leicester with the ball. We get it back, though. Lucas with a good tackle, good dispossess, and out to Payet on the wing. He can put in a decent cross. Oh, no, it wasn't a good one at all. But we get the ball back. Fellaini to Desart, tried to find Zivkovic. Leicester are doing very well to congest that middle of the park that we can't do anything with. Paulo, though! Oh, what a lucky bounce. It was assist from Chambers as he headed it onto Paulo and then shoots it into the far post. It's 3-1 West Ham right before halftime. I'm really surprised that that bounce, Chambers, okay, it's honestly a very lucky header pass, and Paulo smacking it off the underside of the crossbar. It's 3-1. And it's pretty much what's going to be going into halftime. I don't really want to say too much. We're doing very well out there. So let's just keep it up, hold on to this lead, and come away with a final 3 points for this season. 2 minutes in, and we get the ball right back. Pointing Powell to Driussi. He's going to shoot. He does, and it's over the crossbar. Just about 65 minutes gone. Both my center backs on yellow cards. I'll probably sub them out as soon as possible. Ball falls in. Paulo can't direct this header, and it's going out for a goal kick. 68 minutes gone, and Leicester coming forward with it. Playa, that's right, I did give Playa to Leicester, and he sets up that goal. It was a good assist, great passing. Patrick Bamford makes it 3-2, and suddenly this game has gotten a little tighter. Yeah, Playa to Lotic to Bamford to far post, and once again, another goal that Butland couldn't do anything about, so the defense let him down. Free kick, Zivkovic, with about 16 minutes left to go. It was decent to get into the box, but headed away by Leicester. And now here they come forward. Bamford once again on an attack, just running free. Good tackle, but Berghuis on the ball, gets it inside. What a save from Butland as he stops Bamford from getting another goal. Match is coming down to it now. Just 2 minutes of stoppage time on the clock as we're doing very well to keep it in Leicester's half so they don't try and equalize. The ball goes in, but back out again. Driussi tries to find Payet on the inside, but Playa clearing it up to Bamford. What are Leicester going to do with it? Will they find a last gasp goal? Hopefully not. Ravel into Baker. Out to Fuchs, who gets it into Bamford, who was offside, fortunately for us. Ball cleared back to the halfway line. With 10 seconds left to go, there's not going to be enough time for Leicester to make an attack, especially since we still have the ball on the inside and offside anyway. The ref should be blowing his whistle for full time. There it is, 3-2. West Ham come away with a win in the final match of the season. Hey, 1 loss in our last 9. I'll definitely take it. We stay in 8th place. I guess that's okay. A good win, boys. And well, like I said, we stay in 8th place. We're not going to have any European football next year, which I guess is fine for us. We don't need an extra competition to wear out our players. But at the same time, I told the board we would have finished in Champions League placements. So, little short on that one. So a couple of things interesting to note. We have been given £22.5 million for our 8th place finish, but just 2 notes above it, Gendo still faces sack despite result. Well, that is true. I did say to the board that I wanted Champions League football, and we came in 8th place, so falling well short of the mark. We're not even in Europe next year. So, will I get the sack? I don't know. We'll have to go up a couple of days just to be sure that I'm not fired. Going up, okay, what do we have? I don't even want to take a look at this because I just noticed this right here. Board request meeting to discuss manager's future. This is all nice and all, but this takes precedence. Alright, it's that time again. What are we going to do? We're not happy with your current performance or considering your position at the club. We want to know why you think the team have performed so badly. I can't really get away with the injuries this time. We had a difficult run of games, therefore it should afford me more time to put things right. We feel the fixtures weren't that hard and you should have picked up better results than you have. You have to give me more time, I beg you. I don't want to beg for my job. Tell me what I need to do to save my job. I've done so much for the club in my time here and deserve another chance. The last thing this club needs is more upheaval. I don't know who you're going to bring in that is better than me. If you sack me, you'll have one unhappy dressing room. If you sack me now, the fans won't be happy and will put you under pressure. I've done so much for my club here. We will give you more time. Yes. Oh. I could do that. I will not let you down. But we expect to see you pick up 10 points in your next 5 games. So the 5 matches at the start of the season, they expect me to get 10 points. I can do that. I will not let you down. Oh, sweet Jesus. We get away with it once again, but I put pressure on myself for the next season. I need to pick up 10 points in my first 5 matches if I want to keep my job. So next season is going to be a big challenge, of course. We also need to go through transfers and whatnot. I still haven't even gone over final stats for the season. I was just like, my heart is beating out of my chest like, oh shit, I don't want to lose my job. All right. Now that that's settled, let's take a look at final stats and whatnot. Let's actually get the assists in there as well. Most goals on the season, Yolpo and Paulo, 19 goals in 38 appearances. Not bad, a goal every other game, but other people needed to do a lot better around him. Zivkovic with 7, Payet and Van Dendriesche with 6. Not even double digits, that's rather poor. But other than that, assists, total assists, Andrei Zivkovic with 17 in his 46 appearances. Reece Oxford is not at the club right now, but Dimitri Payet with 5, Van Dendriesche with 5, and Driussi with 5. A lot of goals being scored either through Zivkovic or by themselves, pretty much. Not bad whatsoever. And then total average rating, Zivkovic once again leading the charge. In the second year in a row, he is the top average ratings leader for the club with a 7.56. Sam Byram may have played in less matches, but he also has got a 7.56 average rating. And then Van Dendriesche, who I brought in during the summer, getting a 7.48 average rating. So overall, not that bad amongst the team. You look at those results and you figure, well, where did everything go wrong? It just was bad. I gotta say it was bad tactical. I honestly gotta think it was my bad tactics is what put us in this situation. If I would have done something earlier, if I would have made some tactical tweaks earlier in the season, probably could have finished in Europe. But it is what it is. We're 8th place, and I'm fighting for my job in the next episode. Will I start off on the right foot? And then the next episode after that, will I still even have a job? Well, we'll find out at that time. There's a whole summer's worth of transfers that I need to do, and you already know Yuri Tielemans is going to be coming in next season. Who's going to be coming in with him? Who's going to be leaving? Find out in the next episode. So until that time, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new and you want to see more FM content on the channel. If you have any comments, suggestions, questions, anything else, please leave in the comment box below. But as always, this is Gendo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out.